We all remember the moment the world went silent. August 28th, 2020. The king was gone. Chadwick Boseman, the man who gave voice to Jackie Robinson, soul to James Brown, and heart to T'Challa, was no more. He was more than an actor. He was a movement, a mystery, a mirror. But what if that moment never came? What if the surgeries worked and the chemo held? What if Chadwick Boseman lived? Would Black Panther, Wakanda Forever still be a tribute or a triumph? Would he be on screen or behind the camera, building a kingdom beyond Wakanda? Would he become more than a king, but a legend still walking among us? This is the story of what could have been if Chadwick Boseman survived. We all know the legend. Chadwick Boseman, the quiet storm, the king who carried his people on and off screen, the man who redefined heroism for an entire generation. Diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, he fought silently while filming movies that changed culture. But what if he had beaten it? What if he had lived? What if Chadwick Boseman survived? August 2020. Chadwick, age 43, quietly undergoes a successful, albeit grueling, 4th surgery following experimental treatment at MD Anderson Cancer Center in Houston. His cancer goes into full remission. Instead of the heartbreaking news of his passing on August 28, 2020, the world gets a cryptic Instagram post, a black screen. Then white text, "The struggle is part of the story." CB. He remains private, but slowly re-emerges with close friends Ryan Coogler, Lupita Nyong'o, and Viola Davis rallying around him. His wife, Taylor Simone Ledward, continues to shield him from the media frenzy, and they renew vows in a private ceremony in late 2021. Keeps tight counsel, Ryan Coogler, Denai Gurira, Michael B. Jordan. Becomes a mentor to John Boyega, Dominique Thorne, and Kelvin Harrison Jr. Quietly contributes to the NAACP and supports student scholarships at Howard. 2022, age 45. Production resumes on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, now a triumphant story of rebirth, not memorial. Ryan Coogler rewrites the script with Chadwick's input. The plot? T'Challa returns from exile to face a rogue Wakandan faction aligning with Namor. The film includes T'Challa grappling with the limits of leadership, Shuri, Letitia Wright, building Wakandan tech hubs globally, Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o, pushing for Wakanda's humanitarian diplomacy. Real-world impact, the film premieres in 2023 and grosses $1.6 billion. Wakandan fashion explodes worldwide. Boseman becomes a style icon for minimalist Afrofuturism. He co-founds Wakanda Forward, an initiative merging African culture, technology, and youth development. (2024), age 47. Chadwick begins producing his own content under Kush Studios, creating American Pharaoh, a mini-series on ancient African dynasties. The Howard Five, a docu-series profiling overlooked Black trailblazers from HBCUs, a Broadway play based on August Wilson's unpublished works. Personal life, he and Taylor quietly adopt a son in 2025, gives commencement speech at Howard University in 2026, delivering a viral quote, "Don't wait to be celebrated, create the table and serve others." Politics and beliefs, speaks out against voter suppression, pushes for mental health reform for Black men, starts the King's Fund, a mental health and film fellowship for Black creatives. 2027, age 50. Chadwick enters what he calls the legacy years. He acts rarely, choosing parts that align with his values. Roles include Frederick Douglass in a Spielberg biopic, a retired professor in Barry Jenkins's adaptation of The Water Dancer. He writes a memoir, Quiet Crown, detailing his battle with cancer, his spiritual journey, and the burden of silent endurance. It hits #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. 2030 Global Peace Prize awarded for his efforts in global racial reconciliation and Black mental health advocacy. The legacy of Chadwick Boseman wasn't just built on the roles he played, but the battles he fought in silence and the doors he opened for those who'd follow. In this reality, he didn't just survive. He transformed what it meant to be a king. But now we turn the question to you. What do you think the world would look like if Chadwick Boseman lived? What stories would he tell? What truths would he fight for? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like this video if you believe his spirit still moves through the culture. And don't forget to subscribe to Real Reelz for more powerful what-if journeys into the lives that shaped our world and the ones that almost were. Because sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we imagine together.
It's fun to watch just what it means to people. At times, in my head, I'll be like, well, what does this do for the world? Like, actually, what is it? Is it actually valuable in this climate? And I have to say, yes, it actually is. Not because it makes people escape. I think when done right, it gives people hope. I found that it means a lot.